Now, Hopeful describes how he set out to put himself right with God and to do lots of religious things, praying and reading the Bible. And Christian said, how did that go? He said, I saw that everything I did was mixed with some new sin. I was forced to conclude, notwithstanding my former conceits, I had committed enough sin in doing one religious duty to send me to hell. Even if my former life had been blameless, my reformed life was as bad. What did you do then? Said Christian. Well, I could not tell what to do, said Hope, until it came to mind what Faithful had said, because we were very well acquainted. He told me, unless I could obtain the righteousness, the perfection of a man that had never sinned, then I or all the world could not save me. Christian said, well, he spoke the truth to you. He told me that when I was pleased and satisfied with myself. I called him a fool for his pains. But now, since I see my own imperfections and infirmity and the sin that cleaves to my best performance, I've been forced to agree with his opinion. Christian said, but did you think, when he first suggested it to you, that there was such a man who could be found? A man who had committed no sin? I must confess, said Hopeful, the words at first sounded strange, but after a little more talk and company in his company, I was completely convinced. He told me that it was the Lord Jesus Christ who dwells on the right hand of God on high. He said, you, Faithful, must be justified by him. You must trust him. You must trust what he has done in the days of his flesh, in the days of his life. You must trust in his suffering. Hopeful said, I asked Faithful about him, about how another man's perfections and righteousness could help someone else and justify them. He told me that he was mighty God, and what he did and how he died was not for himself but for me. And his doings and his worthiness, well, they could be given to me if I believed in him. So what did you do then? Said Christian. Well, I made lots of objections, said Hopeful. I said I didn't think he was willing to save me. Hopeful then says that Faithful said, come and look, and he invited me to look in the book of Jesus. And in that book, everything is true and firmer than heaven or earth. He told me that I must get on my knees, that I must open my heart and my soul to the Father, and I must ask him to forgive me. I must call upon him. I must go to his mercy seat, a seat he sits all year long, and asking him to pardon me and forgive me through the work of Jesus Christ. Well, back out, another nice day. A hopeful story continues, and he describes how he was pointed to trust in Jesus Christ, who was a perfect man, but also the Son of God, and also divine himself, and how he offers to us his work. He offers to us his life and his death and his perfection, and he promises to forgive us and to save us. And Hopeful describes how he kept looking and he kept calling to God, because where else could he go? Until finally, it dawned on him. It came to his mind and to his spiritual life that he had nowhere else to go. And so he trusted in Jesus Christ and was saved. His hope was built not on his works, but on the works of Jesus. And then he was a saved man and walking to Zion, the city of God. and nothing's changed. That's the way everyone comes to faith, by recognizing how empty, how destructive their lives are, and how dreadful their end would be. And they call out to God for mercy, and He forgives them. Well, I hope that's your story, and if it's not, then maybe you need to read the Bible, see what it says, listen to your Christian friends, call out to God, trust Him, and you will be saved. Well, for me and my little friend on our little pilgrim path, enjoying the sunshine. Have a good day. God bless.